Hello there everyone, this is Draven Taylor and this is another dose of World of Warships, but this is going to be more of a tutorial to show you the do's and the don'ts when it comes to the ships. Basic things that some people that have been playing this for a while haven't been told, or they haven't stumbled upon it, or newbies that are just trying to get a feel for the game. So you at least got a little bit of a head start in this. Right now I'm going to show you the basics of at least buying a ship. Couple of the things in here, I'm already beyond the ship, but my focus here is to show you how to do certain things so you're not having to be blowing money on things that you don't need to be blowing money on. So of course you're going to have to buy the ship, so I'm going to buy this for 262,000 credits. Now what people don't realize in this is wherever there's these little arrows right here, it's giving you more than one option. So like for instance, if I wanted to buy the ship, I can actually add a slot, and it adds 300 gold doubloons, and it'll give me an extra ship slot for it. Or you can do it without the slot and it's free. You'll just take up one of your vacant slots. That's kind of a big thing if you don't have any extra slots. Okay, with the commander, you can get a commander with basically 0 points. Get him with 1 point for 7,500 credits or silver. Same thing. You get it for 3 points for 25 doubloons or gold. Same thing. The other option, if you're like me and you got more than one commander and you want to carry a commander from one ship to the next, what you do is you click here and you go without commander. So let's buy the ship. Now I have a ship here with no commander. So what do I do? Well, the easiest thing to do with this is we go to assign commander. Now I can either recruit, just like it's saying in the middle, or if you see right here, I have from reserve, which these are ones that are not assigned. They're specialized in ships, but they're not assigned to ships. So like this one right here, if they're an orange, that means you got to retrain them. If you find any in here, and I don't think I have any in here because I've already grabbed the commander and put it on something else, that aren't orange, they're usually in white, like the letters right here, then you can put them on and you don't have to retrain them. So you could either pull them from the reserve, or if you click on from other ships, if you're going from, let's say here, I'm going from tier 2 to tier 3. If I still have the tier 2, I can click on the commander. Do I want to assign it? And either put yes or no. Or you can just escape to get out of it. I'm going to put no because I'm not planning on keeping the ship. But that's how you get a commander for the ship. And once you do that, then of course you want to get your upgrades on. And you want to get your consumables set up. And I'm going to kind of go through all the things with the arrows pointing down on this, just to give you guys an idea. So we're going to kind of hit a bunch of things in one little video. You can go here, so damage control party, you can have the basic for free, or damage control party 2. It says 15 doubloons. However, we got our little downward arrow right there. Click on that, now it gives us two options, either 15 gold or 22,500 silver, if you want to have the upgraded. So if you go, okay, we want to have the upgraded, damage control party 2, asks, do you want to spend this much money? And see, again, there's a down arrow. You can change your mind again. So we say yes. Now, we can do it with smoke. We can do it with the speed boost. Now, one thing you got to bear in mind, it's currently disabled. That's the box that's actually highlighted. That means after you play a match, it's going to put this back to where it was. It's going to put it back to damage control party 1. If you want to keep it, you want to be able to enable it. Now, it says resupply using in-game currency if unavailable. Yeah. Some of these you'll have extras, will have a little number next to it. If you don't, it's going to be pulling this money right here each and every time that you finish a battle. And then we can go through here and we can do our upgrades. I didn't research these because I was tearing right through them. So we go, yes, we want to research. Yes, we want to mount. And I'm doing this for a reason. Because after we get it fully spec'd out, we're going to sell the sucker. So now we got a ship that's got the gun upgrade, which increases it by 10%. It's got the torp upgrade, which gave it an extra kilometer in range and a little bit extra speed. And then we'll do the hull upgrade. And I'm sure a lot of people already know how to do all this fun stuff, but I'm building the ship up on purpose so that I can sell it. Because I've seen a lot of people have problems. We'll just throw a camouflage on there. We'll use, let's just use the basic one. There we go. Now remember, if it says disabled, it will not resupply it, so you want to enable it. You want to be careful with this because some of these camos, like Type 59, they cost doubloons. So if you run out, it will start hitting your stash pile of doubloons, which is basically real money. Now, the thing that screwed me up until about 2 months ago, because I didn't know this, we go to upgrades, which I use upgrades on a lot of my ships. So if we do it for a typical destroyer, steering gears 2, yes. Okay, magazine modification. That's usually the one I do for destroyers because people have a nasty habit of leaving their stockpile of ammunition and the shells and the powder next to the turrets, and if you get torped or shot there, if it can get through it, you got a chance of getting detonated. So now we have this thing fully spec'd out. Now, let's say that I got up to the V170, Tier 4, and I want to get rid of this. Well, we can go down to where my happy little list of ships is. You can do this one of two ways. This is the way that I do it, though. Okay, we go here. I'm going to where my priority ships are. Okay, we go right here. So G101, there's the G101. Now if you right click on it, it gives you a list. Set as primary ship, which will stick it at the beginning of the list of your ships. The modules that you have on it, or to sell. We're going to sell this bad boy. Now the reason why I didn't like this is you can demount them for 50 gold, and I just really didn't like that. Sell with all your modules. Well, you could sell with stock modules only, which means you get to keep these upgrades that you have over here, but if you don't have the ship, there's no point in keeping them, so we sell the modules too. Now the secret with this is, again, the downward arrows. See, I had two options right there. One gives me less money and we can keep the upgrades, which really doesn't help me, or we can sell everything. We're going to sell everything. The other one, demount. 50 gold. Well, I don't want to be spending 50 gold just to do a tutorial. That seems kind of crazy unless I got money to be thrown away. And these are great and dandy to get, but they're not that expensive. When you get into the higher tiers, you get ones that are like $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. Those you may want to consider keeping for the doubloons, if you're low on them. Otherwise, what I would do is click on the downward arrow, and you can actually sell them. This means instead of losing the doubloons, you'll actually be making a profit off of it. Now, it's not 236 I'm making, it's 423,000. So I do that, click. Now if you watch on the right hand side, after this is sold, camouflage demounted, consumable demounted. You get to keep the consumable that I just paid for, and the ship sold. So I hope that was helpful to you. It's been one of those things that was kind of mind-numbing to me because I wanted to focus on getting up to my tier 10s. If you notice, I got 67 ships, 26 vacant slots. I actually had almost no slots because I wasn't selling my ships. I was keeping all the ships of the upgrades because I don't want it to be spending doubloons. I didn't know that there was that option. And somebody in my clan had recommended, well, maybe I should point this out to people. Cause, there may be other people that are like me that just haven't taken the time to see what all the functionality is that they have in the game. So I hope that this was helpful. If it is, be sure to like and subscribe. And I'm going to be throwing up other videos as well, and hopefully you enjoy these. And hopefully I catch you guys out there in the seas and World of Warships. And we're either divvied up or we're fighting against each other, but most of all that we're having fun. Happy sailing, everyone.